Qing.
Qingxiao the Perfected? Are you there? Qingxiao the Transcendent? Little Qingxiao.
I am listening.
So, when will you finally consider moving to Xuanfang Hold? I've even had a quiet room set aside for you in the sanctum. No need to hide away on this cold, lonely mountain. The damp is getting to my tail.
This place is quiet, remote, free from worldly disturbance. It suits cultivation.
That answer again. Now it feels exactly like the day we first met.
Xin, you did not come only to chat.
I did not. I do have something to ask of you this time. Paragon Qingxiao. Should disaster one day befall Xuanfang Hold, I hope you will raise your sword for its people. Should the tide become irreversible, then you may exercise my authority in my stead.
What has happened? Qingxiao accepts your charge.
With you here, I am at ease. Perhaps soon, you will find the answer to that which you have asked the heavens.
Where will you go now?
Shh. That is still a secret.
So the time has come. Let us descend the mountain. The 4-chime shaft post alarm.
She can fly on her sword.
It isn't safe here! Everyone, get to the sky pier at Shaft Coast Yard!
I will buy us time.
This is the same music I heard after saying goodbye to Soy Soy. No, not quite the same. This time it sounds sad. Everyone else is asleep, but the Qin is still playing. I'm getting closer. Whoever's playing should be nearby. So, it's her. Couldn't sleep either, I see. So this is what you meant by preparations.
Yes. Through music, I can pass a wisp of my sword intent to another.
I saw that same light in Xiangling village.
It is a sword without form, forged from my will. If danger comes, will release sword energy to keep its bearer alive.
You're worried something may happen out here while we're in the sanctum.
If more sentry courts fall, it is hard to predict what may happen. A few safety measures put my heart at ease. How are the wounded?
The Ministry of War has people looking after them. There's no need to worry. We go to the sanctum while the wardens guard the hold. Everyone agreed this was the best arrangement for now. Just as they trust us to do our part, we should trust them to do theirs.
Xuanfang hold should never have come to this. As the Xuan paragon, I cannot shirk my duty here. The recent chain of incidents started with an abnormal tacit discord reading in one of the censure courts. I was on the investigation team.
I heard you stayed behind to cover the retreat, so they could escape the rogue auto-puppets.
That was exactly what Muyu wanted. He laid the trap. He split our ranks. He bet that I would go back for the soldiers dragged deep into the courts.
Paragon Qingxiao, these auto-puppets cannot stop you. These tacit discords cannot defeat you. Even an entire censure court cannot bar your way. But can the same be said of these wardens? Frail, trembling, mortal. So, stay to protect the weak and be buried by endless enemies. Or walk away and save the next battlefield. Your choice. Come to think of it, during the Fortress and Gorges War, did our great sword transcendent not choose to send a group of soldiers to their deaths?
I know this was the best everyone could do, but there may have been a better choice.
We've already made our choice now, haven't we? Now, we just have to see this choice through, the same way you always have. Think of all the people who are still here because you stayed true to that choice. Tomorrow, we finish the investigation as fast as we can and rejoin the others. Then, no more worrying. Not about Xuanfang, or these impossible choices.
Very well.
Was that a taste of her quietude arts? Just as I expected. It's locked tight.
The Ministry of War has sent several parties here recently, and I came here as well. There's been no answer from within.
Wasn't like this before.
In the past, Sheen would send an attendant to receive those seeking an audience. If she did not wish to see guests, she would say so plainly. But now...
Looks like that won't work.
In that case, we break the gate open.
Wait, what?
Hey! That coin pendant you picked up is reacting to your resonance ability.
That door looks like a Mirage Realm entrance.
It connects to a passage. It may lead directly into the sanctum.
So this coin pendant is the key?
The one who left that pendant in the secret chamber must have foreseen that its finder would eventually seek out Sheen at the sanctum.
Huh, so that shady guy left you a side door into this fancy-schmancy place on purpose. Huh. Where do you think he is now?
Maybe we'll find out once we're inside.
Ugh, it stinks in there. Ugh. So, if there's nothing else, I'm headed back. Yell if you need me.
It appears we have no other path into the sanctum. Let's go. conceal your presence.
This fog has reverberations mixed in with it.
Someone is here.
Well, well. Who dares trespass in the sanctum? Just a lackey on door duty. Whew, no beating you, huh? I surrender.
Muyu.
Oh. Seems there's no need to bar your way. Catch me. If you can.
Oh, that's my cue. Catch ya in the underworld.
They escaped. That man was testing your skill. Is he the cat of the Netherlamp?
I think so. Probably checking if I was worth working with. But with Muyu watching, he couldn't risk blowing his cover.
Look ahead.
That's...
the control mainframe. It governs every mechanism in Xuanfang Hold, great and small. Reverberations have already eaten into it.
Muyu used reverberations to alter auto-puppet programming before. This looks like a similar trick.
Then this is where the disturbances we're now facing began.
The Prism of Fate is flickering.
Careful!
Xuanfang Hold is flying? Did we fall all the way here from the air? Why couldn't I fly with my wing? Qingxiao, are you all right?
I'm fine. It happened so suddenly. The impact stunned me, that is all. We were still inside the sanctum only moments ago. But now...
Can the hold structures transform into what we just saw?
I've never seen such a thing.
I wonder if Yang Yang and the others in the hold were affected. We need to find a way back. My terminal won't connect. Looks like the signal got cut off. Abby? Abby?
This valley is no ordinary place. It may not even be real.
The prism of fate flickered, and we ended up here. Could this be something Sheen the Moonfox is doing?
Shin's authority can cause all things to proliferate as fractal forms of themselves. It is not impossible. That is, she can make mechanisms multiply, or decrease. There are signs of fighting all around us, as if a great battle occurred not long ago. It shouldn't be like this. We should leave the valley and find open ground. The Elder's words were true. Yuan Fortress's gate remains closed. This resembles Xuanfang from 2 centuries ago. Yet history has taken a different course. The fortress and Gorge's war left no deep wounds, and Yuan Fortress still stands. It all appears so real. This is no ordinary Mirage realm.
The villagers we met all seemed to know you. They called you Sword Transcendent.
At this point in time, I hadn't yet accepted Sheen's request to serve as the Xuan Paragon. The Sword Transcendent title only came from an embellished tale. With the gate closed, we either detour or...
That almost killed me!
Is that an auto puppet?
Mercy! Mercy! I'm JD!
place, find a way to get to the sky. Look! The cloud shuttles are coming.
So those are Xuanfang holds cloud shuttles.
Yes! They're heading for the lightway that runs through the Skyend barrier, up into the higher sky. It may look like regular cloud and mist, but get up close and you'll see what it really is. To catch those shuttles, you need to head for the lightway. Go through the barrier to reach the Jun realm.
This one has stopped functioning completely. It laid out a route for us, at least. A fork nearby leads straight to that lightway.
As we were falling from the sanctum, we saw Xuanfang hold flying on those very cloud shuttles. It could be lying or telling the truth. Either way, we need to see for ourselves. The power.
Here. Focus on the sword. Remember, will and sword as one, that the edge follows your heart. I am not the one you seek.
If not you, then who else could it be? Please, Sir Transcendent. The Tacit Discords are coming. Can you help us? They roam the clouded cliffs and are almost at our village.
Lead the way. And your name is?
For Huan. For as in if, Huan as in cloud.
What I saw just now, was it a memory from your past?
Yes. That girl was the court of Savante artisan I mentioned. She grew up in Xianling village. When I first came to the land of Xuanfang, the Xuanling birds guided her up the mountain to seek my help. She returned often after that, though usually on behalf of others. But why would I see Ruoyuan here?
5. I hope my little roadblocks weren't too much trouble for you. And where is that ignorant, chattering little girl? The strike she landed last time. It left an impression.
I will grant you a swifter end this time.
Easy now, Sword Transcendent. Surely you realize I am but a phantom. Why not stay for a chat? You must have questions. I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
What have you done to the minds of the artisans in this Mirage realm?
This is Xuanfang as I have shaped it. A better version of what stood here 200 years ago. Those artisans are shadows of the past. I offered them a kindness, adjusted their perception, excised their emotional flaws. Now they're on their way to becoming perfect. You should understand, Qingxiao. A heart unsullied by desire or feeling. Is that not the ideal state you cultivators chase?
Cultivation is not about making oneself an unfeeling lump of wood.
Lump of wood? No, no. This is perfection. Xuanfang hold as it was always meant to be. Everything you see runs itself. Perfect order, perfect efficiency. With mechanisms like these, we could fight another Fortress and Gorges war and lose no one. I am sick to death of those hero plays about devotion and sacrifice. They stir the heart, yes, but that is all they do. The weak swallow them because the truth is too bitter to bear.
You have no right to judge them, Muyu.
I built Yuan Fortress. I understand the limits of humanity far better than powerful resonators like you. When the fortress fell, when our struggle meant nothing against the lament, the one meant to guide civilization just stood there, watching. The Xuanfang hold you see now? This is what it was supposed to be. I just restored it from the blueprints in the database. Which is to say, it could have changed the course of the war. So what do you think? Did our Sentinel Sheen lack the power? Or did she lack the will?
Suspect the Sentinel all you want. Your fall from grace is your own doing. All I see is a coward hiding in a mirage realm, running experiments that are only fooling himself.
Wherever your true body is hiding, I will find it, and I will end you.
I look forward to it. There's just one thing. Where did you get the idea that this place couldn't affect reality? You've been gone for quite a while.
Not every day I get to hitch a ride on a fancy airship like this. Had to do a little sightseeing.
I'm interested to know what the reverberations of the dead mean to a Nethermancer like yourself.
Still hung up on that. They're just lingering obsessions.
To me, they are the raw materials of transcendence. Resources to be shaped as I see fit.
Where am I?
You are on a Xuanfang Hold Cloud shuttle. Get acquainted with your new body. Go on. Before, I proved that reverberations could influence an autopuppet's behavioral logic. Now I've gone a step further. Reverberations can drive a shell entirely on their own, granting it new life.
Waking the dead from their nap. You sure they won't have a bone to pick with you?
I have adjusted their perceptions, scrubbed away the redundant emotions and petty desires. Trifles no longer trouble them, so they have no reason to care about things like that.
Not quite alive and not quite dead. This really what you wanted?
Progress takes time. For now, they are just the intermediate products of my experiment. Which is why I need a small favor. Dispose of that sample for me.
I agreed to help you out. Granhelm's orders. I didn't agree to being your trash man. How dull.
Impressive. A necessary cost, nothing more. One must discard the defects to make room for perfection.
I guess you know that Rover and the Paragon have entered this Mirage realm. Doesn't that concern you?
That fox actually did us a favor.
Well, you better pray when they find you. I'm not sticking around to fight them.
Guardians always suffer from the same delusion. They think that if they strike down the mastermind, the problem vanishes. But the end was decided long ago. Until the time is right, I shall let them play their little game.
Boy, why have we saved the reverberation from that broken puppet? Keeping it as a souvenir?
Just let it go. Same as always.
I will be fine. I just need a moment with my Guuuuuys. I have always had a fiery temperament. Each pluck of the string helps to restore my balance and calm my mind.
You? Fiery?
Before I took to the mountain, I had only my sword. I fought the tacit discords as if my life did not matter. My master saw the unrest in my heart and taught me the Guuuuuys to calm my spirit. Please, watch over me for a moment. I will recover soon. Then we may move forward.
You're playing? Sounds unsettled.
Promise me one thing. If, in the moments to come, I turn my sword on you, do not hesitate.
Save me, Sword Transcendent!
Tacit discords. They just keep coming. Everyone is dead. Even the Xuanfang bears. Sword Transcendent. Where were you? Did you abandon us?
Sword Transcendent.
Warrior.
Qingxiao, you don't have to be so tense all the time. I know you are not the ice-cold statue you pretend to be. Inside, you are just like the rest of us. You feel joy, anger, resentment, and regret.
You died. You died 2 centuries ago, when Yuan Fortress was destroyed.
Dead? And no one sewed my mouth shut.
I should thank you for looking after my descendants. After all these centuries, it seems you still cannot let go of that war.
You were just a manifestation of my fractured mind. The inner demon I must destroy. Once again, you stake mortal lives on your sword. All for a rescue that means nothing. Come now. This long duel between us shall meet its end today.
Those villagers, what were they to you?
They gave me a bowl of food.
So you risked your life to protect the mortals from a whole tide of tacit discords.
I was frail anyway. Not long for this world. Better to take those monsters with me.
With a broken blade? Qingwei is my name. Would you like to become my disciple and walk the path of cultivation with me? Your resonance ability has always been unstable. For longevity, you must anchor your heart in absolute stillness.
Seeing people get hurt just makes me sad. And when those monsters attack, it makes me so angry my blood boils.
Then close your eyes, cover your ears. Distance yourself from the world. Quiet your mind, and your desires will fade. Remember, do not let the world stir your heart. Forsake earthly attachments. You left the mountain to hunt evil again.
I went only to purge the tacit discords. I formed no bonds. My heart did not waver.
Saving mortals from the lament is like trying to push back the tide. The tide always returns.
If I sit back and do nothing, how is this long life of mine any different from the cold existence of a stone? Even you, Master. You saved me once.
Then tell me, what is your way?
I have yet to find my answer.
Looks like I'm in Qingxiao's inner world. I need to find her quickly.
One need not rush. A few hours here are but a fleeting moment in the world outside.
Are you Qingxiao's master?
I am but a lingering frequency. Besides, my Qing already knew how to fight when she came to me. I merely taught her the methods of cultivation.
These bodies. What happened here?
We who walk the path of cultivation must shed all worldly desires, cut down our inner demons. What you see are the remnants of her past duels with herself. This duel is the final reckoning. Fellow cultivator, since you have found your way here, it means she has chosen you to be her sword.
Her sword?
Should she succumb to her demon, strike her down.
Why do you involve yourself in Xuanfang's affairs? You don't belong here, or have you forgotten?
Qingxiao, wake up.
Because after bidding Master farewell, I wandered the world, eventually settling in Xuanfang. I planned to cultivate in solitude.
Please, Sir Transcendent. Tacit discords are coming. Can you help us?
Did you lead this child here? Just this once. After that, more came to offer their thanks.
Our gratitude for the rescue.
Good day, Sir Transcendent.
Whenever I sought to leave, Xuanling birds would bring another plea. Years flowed like water. I had strayed so far from the path of cultivation.
Just like that. Yes, perfect!
Sword Transcendent!
Over here! Sword Transcendent!
Told you the waking moon would be good fun, Qingxiao. Here.
Not long after, Nodian.
Sword Transcendent. Yuan Fortress is gone.
I am here. You are safe now. This man, he once sent a Xuanling bird to beg for my help. Civilians were trapped in a mountain flood.
Please, help them.
I will. Rest now. Liar. You know he's beyond saving. Just like all the others. I remember this man from the Waking Moon Festival. He was haggling over a lantern for his 2-year-old child. He even taught the child to cheer your name. Sword Transcendent! Sword Transcendent! A Xuanling brought me her wish. She prayed for her missing family to come home. You followed that stupid bird's lead and searched half the mountain. Eventually, you found her father at the bottom of a cliff. Qingxiao. Guuuuuys' childhood friend. One of the first you saved in Xuanfang. A musician who marched off to war and threw her life away.
You've come. Sword Transcendent. Guuuuuys. She's still in the fortress, waiting for you.
I understand. I will find her.
Then I can rest my eye now.
Another hollow comfort. You searched every crater left by the fortress's collapse. You never found anyone alive. The years pass. Your cultivation advances. But the memory of this failure only becomes clearer and clearer. Everything you once saved in Xuanfang was ground to dust by the lament. So, let us begin. Evils. Dance. You might actually make it in time. Truly impressive. Your resonance energy is nearly exhausted. How much longer can you force this? Onward. Just a little further. The gates of Yuan Fortress are almost in sight. You killed the Crownless and flew back to Xuanfang without a moment's rest. And still, too late. Mortal lives are but motes of dust. You know this. Even if this war had never come, another would. Or the lament would burn it all to ash. Since this ending is already destined, why did you bother? Why destroy your inner peace for a lost cause? Qingxiao, this is your inner world. You can try again, but you know, every single time, I realize my own weakness. From Yuan Fortress to the Gorges of Spirits, the land of Xuanfang. No matter how hard I try, my sword cannot save everyone. But this is the path I chose. I must go. There are people waiting for me. No, that shouldn't be your reaction. You should be drowning in agony. You should be trapped in a loop of futile attempts until you break. Until you can endure no more and fight me, like every time before.
Qingxiao?
You didn't block. Do not run. You want my power? Have you lost your mind? I am the Sancho poison in your body. The emotions and desires you cut away for the sake of cultivation. Every dark thought, every shadow your sword ever cast, they are me. Other cultivators would have slain me long ago, yet you seek my help. Our heart swords were always meant to be one. You kept me for 2 centuries. Fed me your feelings. All so you could use me when the day came. You are Qingxiao too, after all. Cultivation is, above all, being true. If I killed you, how could I claim an honest heart? You will regret this. I will eat away at you until nothing is left. No mind, no heart. In the end, your own hand will tear down everything you tried to protect. Even if that day comes, I have someone by my side who can stop me. I am willing to entrust myself to her. Qingxiao, the things you treasure are not the things I treasure. You care for the world, but I only care care about your way. Yes, I know. From this day forth, you will never be able to sever the full tide of mortal feeling, or break free from the karma of this world. You will be bound to me forever, never to see through the world's illusions, never to transcend, never to attain the way. I was never a transcendent. I need not bother with any great way. Besides, I have already found my answer. How very stubborn I am. Rover, I am back. I used my inner demon's strength to replenish my depleted resonance energy. Forgive me. I forced you to bear the risk of my losing control.
It's all right. If that inner demon had really taken control, I still would have found a way to wake you up.
Now, I feel a flood of stray thoughts swirling within me. But I need not, and will not, suppress them.
Is that for the better or the worse?
Neither. They are simply my thoughts.
At any rate, you're still the Qingxiao I know.
I am nothing but a prideful mortal, always believing there was nothing my sword could not protect. Sometimes I even forgot. I started cultivating just to stay alive. Back then, I was only a wanderer whose hometown had been taken by the lament. This thread is all my family left behind. It is the only link between the sword transcendent and Qing, the wandering village girl. I wear it to remember where I came from. No matter how many years pass, I cannot turn a blind eye to the suffering of others. Strength has its limits, but I only ask for a clean heart. Even if my sword cannot promise a perfect end, I will not stay my hand.
Even if it's not enough? There will always be another to carry your burden. And another after that. You aren't walking this road alone.
You truly are different from who you were 2 centuries ago. At the end of the fortress and Gorge's war, when I was about to fall, I heard Along's roar echoing across the battlefield. I looked up and saw the golden-eyed one and Jue. You struck the source of the disaster. You rewrote the fate of that war. I looked for you after the battle, but you were gone. I wanted to know if someone like you ever had to face such impossible choices.
I still don't know my past. And nothing I've been through since I woke up has been simple or easy. But even though we didn't always know how things would turn out, we still followed our hearts anyway. And we gave it everything we had.
Yes, we did. I must confess, I lied to you. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs' reach is not that wide. I actually traced your footsteps by asking many people. Come, my disciple. Time to settle things in the world outside. I want to be honest with myself. Since I taught you sword flight, I do consider you my disciple. You need not answer, but I shall call you such, even if only for this short while.
Rover, Paragon Qingxiao. Took you long enough. Any later and I wouldn't have held out. That pendant and those notes I left, they did the trick, I suppose. Just the Jianghu alias to earn my keep. Let me introduce myself proper. The Nethermancer who went 3 years undercover in Juejun Atelier's snake pit without a single bite. Qingran. You didn't pull any punches back at the Sanctum, by the way. Haha. Heard stories about your style. Had to see for myself if the rumors were true.
Your cover must be blown now, right?
I hit him first. While he was running his mouth at you, I gave him a little love tap in the back. Shame he slipped away behind a wall of auto puppets.
I see. That's why Muyu's phantom vanished so suddenly.
Right. Let's skip the chit-chat. We're all hunting the same soulless fart, so why not team up?
You've helped a great deal, and I've no reason to refuse. I need your intel. But you, what do you need from me?
You get right to it, huh? Love it. I want to stick with you because it's better odds for making sure Muyu doesn't get away again. I don't have any of your noble motives. Just an old score to settle with that bastard.
That's your only condition?
Yeah, well, if we trip over any Sanctum relics or Sheen's secret stash of treasure, maybe toss one my way? Kidding. Let me be clear. No Nethermancer stands by while someone toys with the dead's reverberations.
Then, pleasure working with you.
Likewise.
Where's Muyu's true body hiding?
He took the shuttle up to the top level. The Tian Realm. That's his playground. According to Lucky, there's a sea of reverberations up there. Almost like all of Xuanfang's reverberations got sucked into one place.
To hell with you! I told you that's not my name, you forgetful brat!
Always so lively. Oh, that's just a foul-mouthed lynx spirit I caught. Pay it no mind.
What's Muyu's true intention?
In a coded letter to Dredgen Atelier, he claimed he'd get his hands on Sentinel technology, the mechanistic mojo Sheen used to build the hold. But think about it. If all he wanted was to steal something in the Sanctum, isn't all this chaos a bit unnecessary?
He's been running experiments on the mechanisms. It's like he's trying to figure out how they work before he does something. Either way, we need to find him quickly.
This is the last shuttle, but I see no lightway to the sky and barrier.
Let's check near that sword light.
We cannot let the escaped Tacit discords into Mengzhou. We are running out of options. Anyone willing to follow me into the fortress mainframe? Step forward.
I'm with you!
The rest of you, Quan Chuan is in command now. Stick to the plan, cover the evacuation, and withdraw immediately.
I'm going with you. I know a shortcut to the mainframe.
Savante girl, this is not your fight. Get to safety.
Commander, this is my home. I'm from Huanglong, but I'm a daughter of Xuanfang too. Just like everyone else here, I want to make sure more people can live to see the sun rise.
These are memories and emotions from the past, from before Yuan Fortress self-destructed.
My Shifu told me about this. The ones who stayed behind. They were all great heroes.
I have never forgotten them. Stay alert. Something is coming. It is done.
Yeah, but the fog's still here. Doesn't feel like a wind to me. My gut tells me this is a trap.
It probably just pulled back into the fog, getting ready to hit us again.
Brace yourselves. That shuttle is approaching once more. That shuttle is the source of the fog. Until it falls, this will not end.
Then we board it and destroy the control orb.
Interesting. So we're trading bases. Auto puppets are still pouring in. If we all leave, this place is done for.
Everyone, we're here! It's finally my turn to fight. Took me forever to fix these guys up. You go take down that cloud shuttle. Leave this place to me and my lancers.
Sure you can handle it? I'll stay back for a bit and help you hold the line.
Good. We'll make this quick.
That big one's finally gone. I'm so exhausted. Quite sure my parts are about to fall off one by one. After all, these are my proudest partners.
You. Why have you been helping us all this time?
I want the city out there to be okay. If we don't fix things here, that place is gonna be in big, big trouble too. Alrighty, now I'll scoot us along to the next level.
The Prism of Fate.
Whoa. So that's the Moon Fox's relic from Fogville Pagoda. Figured it ended up with you.
Wuthering.
Yes, Sir Transcendent Qingxiao. It has been a very, very long time. How was I supposed to know the Sentinel's relic would reveal my true form like that? Wait, this Prism of Fate, the Lexicon Axis, and the Sanctum. Are the knowledge restrictions lifting?
Now this is something. Have you two heard the legends about Xuanfang Celestials? Celestials. That's the name they gave the Savante crew that built the hold. Soon after its completion, poof, gone without a trace. But if you buy the old stories, they never really left. Just became invisible caretakers, keeping the hold's gears turning to this day.
The fortress and gorgeous war broke out before Xuanfang Hold was even finished. Wuthering, what exactly are you?
Very good. I am a Celestial, but my case was a little different. Long ago, I triggered the self-destructed Yuan Fortress's mainframe. I'm still alive. Did I make it? If that wasn't enough, what do I do now? Everyone has...
You have already done more than enough.
What? Is that the Sentinel's voice?
Your will and heart have reached me. The rest is for me to handle. Ruoyun, in a moment, you will die from your wounds. But I offer you a choice. Cast aside your mortal body and become part of Xuanfang Hold, guarding it for what may be eternity. Or accept the peace of death here. Endless restraint or quiet release. I wish to know what you can truly accept.
I gave my word that I'd be one of the Celestials. I want to keep protecting my people.
This path is not easy. Time may wither your spirit. There will be no turning back, even if you beg.
I'll let my future self worry about the regrets.
Then, entrust the whole of your being to me.
To be a Celestial is to accept a leash. You bind your life to the hold and swear never to reveal its secrets. But this crisis is endangering its people. I did what I had to and projected my consciousness into an auto-puppet to guide you.
And you can speak the truth now because of this? Why only now?
The restrictions have been lifted for now. Likely because we're near the core data zone, and your connection to the Sentinel has grown stronger.
Then tell me, what is this place? And how is it connected to the Hold?
You're in the Hold's control mainframe, a space called the Xuanyuan Domain. It stores vast amounts of the regional's historical data. Muyu uploaded outside reverberations, twisting the execution logic. He tried to take full control of the Mirage realm, but it ended up triggering all these anomalies. If this continues, his reverberations will continue their contamination until everything collapses. In the end, the Hold itself will fall.
First instance activated. Simulating. Xuanfang Hold. Reconstructing. Future possibilities converged.
This voice. It sounds like the one I heard in Renacita's civilization capsule. If Imperator wasn't the only Sentinel that left a relic storing legacy data. Is this control mainframe actually a civilization capsule? Could we be inside it right now?
That data is restricted under the heist clearance. Even now, it hasn't lifted. There's the lightway to the Sky End barrier. This is as far as I can take you. May you turn guardians into killers, and souls of the departed into toys. I beg you, please stop him.
I accept your request. Take care.
Qingxiao, do you remember our farewell back then? You never gave me an answer.
It was worth it.
There it is. The Sanctum's shuttle. Muyu's little fortress.
That barrier of warped machinery won't yield to a simple strike.
Look, 2 weak spots in the perimeter. We can force a breach there.
Hold on. I got a better idea. See that shuttle over there? I'll ram it straight through the barrier. You two fly through before the crack closes.
That over there is worse than the Skyend's dangers. Even with a shuttle as a shield, you'll be putting your life at risk.
Safe paths don't lead to lost places. If there's an opening, I'm not letting it go to waste.
Jingran, what are your odds?
90% shot at get you two inside.
No, I mean, what are the odds you come back alive?
Some things you don't know till you try. Besides, we're running out of time. Those openings could disappear any second. Look, I've always known my wick was shorter than most. But how I burn it, that's my call. Even if the gods themselves disagree. So go save Xuanfang, big hero. I'm not planning on checking out just yet. Once this is over, maybe you'll see me again at my Shafu's old lady's place in Shanling Village.
This wisp of sword intent may not work miracles, but with your resolve fueling it, it will not fail you.
Rover, Paragon Qingxiao, I'll leave that corpse-fiddling creep to you then.
think I see someone up ahead.
He's dead. And this time it's no puppet. This is his true body. The wound was fatal. It must have been the strike Jingran landed earlier.
If he's dead, then who's controlling those reverberations? Who sent the cloud shuttles and the auto puppets? This can't be over that easily.
The reverberations of the dead. They still pour in without end. They still cause the anomalies.
The emotions in those reverberations are weak little things. But they do make excellent fuel for transcendence. So, the two closest to the Sentinel. You've managed to find your way here.
Muyu, this corpse. Is this another one of your tricks?
This is my true flesh. The mortal vessel I cast aside. I'm being entirely honest with you.
You.
Your vision has narrowed, Paragon Qingxiao. I expected someone as elevated as you to understand this path sooner. We were never enemies, truly. This time, you two simply happen to stand in my way. Save or destroy. Neither has ever interested me. To break that fox's tedious restrictions and taste the fruit of true knowledge, I had to take a path from which there is no retreat.
I don't care about your plans. I came to take your life.
And this time, you will pay for everything you've done in Xuanfang Hold.
Then you shall make ideal test subjects. I came here to dissect the Sentinel's design. To understand the blueprint of divinity. Then build myself into its equal. And now, I've reached the pinnacle of mechanist arts.
He's above us.
I have shed my mortal flaws to become the perfect Celestial. And you, Qingxiao, born to transcend. The reverberations from the D-Realm. I'll have them all. Every last drop of rage, sorrow, and resentment. What did you do?
I shared my sword intent with the auto puppets you experimented on.
The Guuuuuys you played. Has your cultivation addled your wits? You'd even protect the reverberations of the dead?
Even reverberations should not be sacrificed to conspiracy and ambition, nor stripped of their right to exist.
What a sword transcendent. What a Xuan paragon.
You infiltrated the Sanctum to steal the civilization capsule we're in, didn't you?
Do not misunderstand. The Sentinel's knowledge is my only concern. The one who wanted this capsule. Ask your old enemy. Xuanfang is but one corner of the chaos in Mengzhou. Unfortunately, I have no interest in Balanofra's petty schemes.
So she's the woman in red you mentioned before. A Fraxidus overseer?
It's irrelevant now. You defeated me because you were strong enough, not because my path was wrong.
Unrepentant to the last.
I accept the consequences of my work. To regret it now would be to dishonor all the materials I used to get here. Look at this guy, trying to stop us. Doesn't it remind you of the etheric sea? Soon, the reverberation's corruption will bring it all down. You may escape to reality, but Xuanfang Hold is doomed.
I will not let that happen.
This wretched city was built on the Sentinel's meddling. Every life it saved was a debt that must eventually be paid. Just like your protection, it has only delayed the inevitable. And now, above you, the bill has arrived. The tacit discords, the dead, the destruction Xuanfang was always meant to face.
So that was the plan? Trigger a collapse, destroy the barrier, and slip away in the chaos?
I told you. I do not care about what happens to the capsule. And I care even less for this hold. I want the Sentinel's knowledge exposed to the light of Solaris. Whether it saves the world or sets it on fire. Frankly, you two, I don't give a damn. Leave it to the Sentinel? Better that knowledge in human hands. In my hands.
You're driven by nothing but greed and a hollow ego.
At least you understand my madness. I never once hid my intentions from you.
Enough talk. Your delusion ends here.
I will stay here. My resonance ability can purge the malice from these reverberations. As long as someone stands against this falling sky, this place will endure. So...
Sheen asked me to vow that I would never forsake this city. And I promised you that you wouldn't walk this road alone. Master?
Yes.
Whatever comes next, we'll face it together.
Xuanfang stands in peril, the sky about to fall. Everyone, will you lend me your swords?
There's a whole group of people here!
This is not the sword of one. It is the sword of all. Heaven falls, earth splits, but this sword will bring the dawn. Sky, break!
Oh, you have both worked very hard indeed.
Xin?
Thanks to the two of you and the people of this city, the reverberation corruption in the control mainframe was largely purged. I handled the anomalies that remained. With the mainframe restored, the censure courts and auto-puppets will function as they should. The tacit discords will be contained in due time. In short, Xuanfang Hold has weathered the storm. Paragon Qingxiao, calm yourself.
Where exactly have you been all this time?
Xuanfang has bled again and again, and its sentinel was nowhere to be seen. Whatever your reasons were, you owe us an explanation.
Very well. Then let us begin with the chaos Muyu sowed. When Muyu invaded the Sanctum, I was not blind to it. But for certain reasons, I could neither intervene directly nor send word. In desperation, I trapped him inside the Xuanyuan domain, within the mainframe, and strengthened the barrier to keep him from escaping. I believed he sought to extract the mainframe's core data. But to break my restrictions, he weaponized the reverberations to collapse the mainframe itself.
Hold on. Back in the Sanctum, the Prism of Fate flickered. Was that you? Did you guide us into the Xuanyuan domain?
Only by stopping Muyu's chaos from within, together with my power, could we minimize the harm that spilled beyond.
One more thing. Is the Hold's control mainframe actually Mengzhou's civilization capsule? Muyu certainly believed it was.
Not entirely. It is merely one small part of it. This situation exceeded even my calculations. Fortunately, you two were there. You saved Xuanfang from far greater loss.
The rafter kite that led me to Fogvale Pagoda. You used the excuse of a meeting to lead me straight to Rover, didn't you?
So you figured it out after all. With my clever ally placing the Arbiter on the board as a wild card, I rather hoped you two would form a natural partnership.
The visions of Xuanfang we saw in the domain.
I know your question. Those cloud shuttles and mechanisms were real, recorded blueprints. As for why they were never deployed during the Fortress and Gorge's War... Qingxiao, the answer is simple. There was not enough time.
Time.
Besides, technology that outstrips its age is as much a curse as a blessing to the people of Mengzhou. It was never meant for the mortal world. It has already warped too many fates. Muyu's ruin is proof enough of where that path leads.
I'm not here to judge your past choices. But if some of Xuanfang's problems began with its sentinel, then its sentinel should see them through.
Arbiter, Arbiter, Paragon Qingxiao. When the time is right, I will give you and Xuanfang the answers you deserve. When that day comes, bring the Prism of Fate and come see.
And so, thousands of swords pierced the heavens, scattering the darkness. The ominous force over Xuanfang was swept away. Mechanisms whirred back to life, and tacit discords were locked away. Above the sanctum, it seemed as though a river of stars had descended. As the dust settled, the righteous returned in triumph. Soldier and citizen cheered as one. Peace at last filled the city once more. Yet, before the sounds of celebration had faded, a certain garden collapsed without warning. As for the secrets it buried, that shall be a tale for another time.
Thank goodness you're both safe. Yang Yang, come closer and let me get a good look at you. Are you hurt?
So I really am fine. Rover and Paragon Qingxiao are the ones who went into the sanctum. They faced all the real danger. Rover, please don't praise me like that in front of my sister.
All right. Enough flattery, you two. Let's talk business. I'm speaking as chairwoman of the Jiaoming Commerce Guild now. After returning to Mengzhou, I used the guild's connections to dig into Muyu's past and contacted the main branch of Georgian Atelier. Muyu was a prodigy in automata mechanics. He designed Yuan Fortress 2 centuries ago, was a senior figure in Georgian Atelier, and had deep collaborations with Huashu Academy. About 20 years back, he was supposed to succeed the Flower Veil puppet as the next Grand Helm. Instead, he announced his departure from the organization and vanished.
After that, he probably hid in Xuanfang under another identity, biding his time, refining his plan.
The Atelier has officially cut ties with him. They even offered to share information to help with the Guild's investigation. But we know he was still receiving internal support through an informant. Oh, right. Did you meet the cat of the Netherland? Really? So he hasn't been seen since the Sanctum. Typical. A proper ghost of the Jianghu. I wouldn't be surprised if he just shows up again one day.
I'm sure he also made it out safely. But did Muyu have dealings with the Fraxidus? He mentioned an overseer's name before we ended him.
We've only got one lead, from the Grand Helm herself. She said Muyu traded technology with the Fraxidus years ago, but the relationship didn't last. Hard to say if that's true or just the Atelier trying to cover its tracks. These past few days, besides investigating the Atelier, I also made a trip to Mengzhou City Hall. In Qingxiao, at least they served me tea while I waited. This time, they shut the door in my face. Said Mengzhou's magistrate wasn't receiving visitors. Xuanfang's been hit by one disaster after another, yet City Hall remains eerily quiet. It's suspicious.
At least it has made good on its promise. A group of personnel and supplies will arrive from Mengzhou City soon. Another shipment of aid from Qingxiao has also arrived.
Things are indeed looking up. You two needn't worry about City Hall. I'll think of something.
Thank you, Soy Soy.
Your tone betrays you, darling. I can tell there's a lot on your mind. But you'll try to unwind, won't you?
Yeah. Things are peaceful in Xuanfang for now.
I hope that won't change for a long, long time.
Very soon, the Waking Moon Festival will be celebrated across Mengzhou. Xuanfang will be no exception. You should both take the chance to relax. Well then, see you soon. Don't forget about our next time, all right?
You're here.
So, this is your training hall?
When I first settled here, it was nothing but an abandoned shack. Over the years, the local folk have helped me repair it of their own accord. I owe them a great debt. Cultivation may not need worldly comforts, but if I am to found a school, I should at least have a proper training hall.
Found a school?
I want to open a school here in Xuanfang. Teach others the way of the sword.
Where are you at with this?
Still at the very first step. Finding my first disciple. The first disciple is the foundation. The face the school shows to the world. I must choose with the utmost care.
Well, you did teach me to fly with a sword not long ago. Doesn't that mean...
Back in the Xuanyuan domain, I called you disciple, yes. And you called me master. But that journey has already ended. I have not truly guided you. Your swordcraft already stands on its own. I've no right to claim you as disciple. So, it must be your choice.
Qingxiao, if you'll have me, then our journey doesn't need to be over.
Very well. According to how my own master accepted me, taking on a disciple requires 2 steps. This shall be the first.
This is...
a sword talisman. I carved it myself over the last few days. My life-bound sword intent lives inside it. Think of it as a keepsake of our knowing each other, or as a bond between master and disciple. I hope you will take it.
To be my disciple, you must sever worldly ties, cast aside the 6 desires, and leave karma behind.
And if, in the end, I cannot?
Then by that time, you will have found a way of your own.
So now comes the second step, I guess?
I treat you to a meal. I believe it's called an initiation feast. When my master accepted me, she broke years of fasting just to share a meal. Bring along your adorable little friend as well.
Adorable? You mean Abby?
Huh?
Up here, this land looks exactly as it was.
Mungzhou fish and vinegar coming right up, caught from the Luo River just this morning. You won't find fresher.
Yum, yum. So sour. What's wrong with this fish?
This was the signature dish of Yuan's flavors in the late fortress. I received an invitation to eat there once. One bite, and the taste has never left me. Disciple, would you like to try some?
The noodles are so chewy. Got on my shirt. Never mind. Time to eat.
Before, I always saw the people as those who quietly waited to be protected. But the truth is, they've always had the heart to protect themselves. To save for a day, or to save for a lifetime, neither compares to teaching them the means to save themselves.
So that's the real reason you're founding a school.
Many years ago, a fellow cultivator passed through Xuanfang with his disciple during their travels across Xuanglong. He came up the mountain to visit me. Only then did I learn that to solve temporal disruption for future generations, he had to set a plan in motion with a golden-eyed one at Mount Firmament. It cost him dearly. His lifespan was nearly spent. And yet, he was at total peace. He had a disciple to inherit his legacy, and his teachings were already taking root across the world. Even if one can no longer walk their way, or devote their life to peace under heaven, there will always be someone to take their place. That is the lesson you taught me not so long ago.
So, as your first and most devoted disciple, it looks like I'll be helping with the teaching too.
You already have. To teach the sword is to offer someone a chance to find their own way with it. Even if they never master it, their body and spirit will still become stronger. Well...
Did you hear? That Transcendent Lady is incredible! They say she's the master of the greatest martial arts school in the whole wide world! What's it called again? Xuan Yuan School. Yeah, It's the best in the world.
In that case, Xuanyuan's school it shall be.
Did Paragon Qingxiao leave this behind? Swordcraft of the Golden-Eyed One.
It's been some time. I trust you've been well? I have recovered. Yang was with me in the last battle, and we made a good team. A few close calls, but we came through unharmed. But on to pressing matters. Granny Yanshu asked me to pass you a message. She said Jing is back. Do you want to see him? The Paragon's report to the Ministry of War mentioned a Nethermancer who's been a great help. That must have been him, right?
Do you know him?
Qianling is a small village. The young ones grow up together. You cannot help but know each other.
Ah, you came. Jing just stopped by to see me. Hard to say what that boy's been doing all these years. But the Ministry of War sent him an official commendation. Oh, not the best. But he flashed that sly grin of his when he saw me. Back when Sandao and I took him in, he was like a stray cat. Just fire in his belly and wild to the bone. Didn't happen overnight, but he simmered down eventually. No more talk about Mengzhou. No more talk about throwing his life away for his parents. I've said too much. Happens with age. You'd best ask him yourself. He's out in the field by the woods nearby.
Perfect. I have something to return to him anyway.
Here, take this to him, please, before he vanishes again. He's always had a sweet tooth for these.
Well, look who's here. Was gonna find you once I wrap things up.
Jingran, your eye.
Huh? Oh, been staying up late. Reading too much. Nothing Huashu's miracle eye drops won't fix, though. It's nothing. Just told, Mimi to collect a little extra this time. Not the first time, won't be last. It'll pass.
The boy runs his mouth. If I hadn't jumped in, you'd be down there playing cards with your Shifu already.
The old lady must have roped you into this. Thanks. You probably guessed already. This is that old score I told you about. The one I got with Muyu.
This is where you're...
Relax. They're empty. Couple decades back, Mengzhou had a real bad day. Some of the Atelier's blade puppets went haywire, killed a bunch of folks. 2 of them were artisans. My parents. After that, no family, nothing. Ended up on the street. Then Shafu found me, dragged me back here to Xuanfang. Back then, all I wanted was to sneak into Mengzhou and cut the guts out of whoever did it. But he knocked me around, set me straight. Then he brought me here, had me build these 2 graves, empty ones. Said, "Kid, worry about moving forward first. You can settle scores when you're older." Ever since, whenever I start to lose my cool, I come here. Just sit. A few years later, I went back to Mengzhou to dig into what happened. The patrol records proved it. Those blade puppets had reverberation marks on them. So I followed that thread, and it led me right to Muyu. Guess I can finally tell my folks it's settled. Shame I can't give Shafu a proper thank you. Face to face, I mean. The old coot made me promise that when he kicks it, no grave, no marker, no nothing. Live clean, die clean. He locked himself away in some mirage realm, lamp and all.
Jingran, I think it's time to give you this back.
Nah, keep it. Call it a souvenir. Thing ain't worth much, and the resonance energy stuck to it just burnt out anyway. I mean, I could charge it up for you. Maybe, 3 months. Tops.
Knock off throwing your life away, would you?
Ain't many things in this world I give a crap about. But I gotta say, lately, I've finally met someone interesting.
Looks like the great Nethermancer, the cat of the Netherlamp himself, didn't find any treasure this time. Just ended up losing a trinket.
Don't count my losses yet. I never do a bad deal. Already down to my last.
Are those reverberations?
They used to be people.
Must survive. The truth is within reach. There is still a chance. My path does not end here.
Whoa there. And where'd you think you're slithering off to? Former Helmsmaster of the Jian Shui branch, Muyu.
Traitor. How did you find me?
Think I read about this in some old storybook. The old sacrifice the body, save the spirit trick. You let someone cut you loose from your old shell and slipped away in the chaos. Clever. Real clever. But you went and bent your psyche into a reverberation. You really think I couldn't track that? It's kind of what I do.
I admit defeat. That core contains data on the Sentinel. Its worth is incalculable. It could be yours. For Nethermancers. No. For Xuanfang. It would mean everything. All I need is time. Just give me a little more time. And the Sentinel's secret will be laid bare.
Two things you got wrong. First, you got nothing to bargain with. Second, yeah, this thing's nice, but it ain't that nice. Not to me. Hey, remember that blade puppet incident in Mengzhou? What, 10, 15 years back?
Blade puppet incident? What was that? I do not recall.
Amazing the things you big shots forget. Or did your escape by execution stunt scramble your brains?
Just who are you?
Forget it then. Don't matter. But you remember this. The one who ends you was just an ordinary peasant from Xuanfang.
Humanity could have been perfect.
You stopped being human a long time ago. Where's the perfect in that? Why didn't you stop me? Could have squeezed him for more info if you'd wanted.
Matters of revenge. Only the wronged can decide. Besides, his corpse is not without use.
Here. You lot'll put it to better use than me.
What's taking so long? Why isn't the contact here yet? Could the former Hamsmaster's arrangements have gone wrong?
Don't lose your head. If something has changed, we will simply report to the headquarters ourselves.
Aw, didn't see me here?
You're the contact for the Zhejiang branch.
Spare me the little tricks. You were waiting for the Jianshui branch. What? Do I not look the part?
Winding flow vessel?
100-fold assemblage.
Pardon our disrespect. You came at the right time. We have the former Hellmaster's manuscripts from his time in Xuanfang and a recent secret letter.
Top-notch work, fellas. The Grand Helm will definitely know your names after this. No time to waste. You'll be coming with me. Except... I'm afraid I'll have to restrain you. Just a little.
Why you?
Shh. For your own sake, I recommend you save your breath. Lady Suaming, what brings you to Xuanfang?
So, you are the Jingzhou patroller seconded to Mengzhou. Don't misunderstand. I'm not here for the Atelier's affairs.
The Ministry of Sentinel Affairs governs the Sentinel's business. You being here, could it be...
You already know all you need to know. Take care.
See you around. If we're lucky.